What's up, America? Welcome back to another video of Monsters. Today, we are milling. So I'm going to do a couple things today with the mill. I'm going to check the alignment for the blade. I'm going to level the mill deck and, grease everything. But remember, if you guys are new to the channel, think about subscribing. Maybe, we're trying to get to 10,000, maybe 100,000 subscribers this year. I'm not really sure yet. Whatever we can get. In case you're wondering, we have an LT40 wide diesel. It's a super hydraulic. Great machine. It has AccuSet too. Oh, I love it. It's amazing. But yeah, let's level this mill deck. So right here is our little laser. It's like a transit. So we got this thing right here that goes on to that stick right there. And then you can just set your stick on any of the little bed rail things that your log sits on. I think the back side over there is a little bit off. And you can tell this because when you mill a log, you'll see like one end of your board will be a little bit bigger, or when you cut it, it'll just be like warped. The reason why we're doing this is because when we mill, we want our boards to be as perfect as possible, especially when we're milling timbers for like timber frames and stuff. I don't know, say you're milling 8x8, you want it to be 8x8, you don't want it to be 8 1/16, 8 1/8, 8 1/4. You want it to be really close. And this is a sawmill, so it's just rough cut lumber that comes off it. I mean, if you wanted to get it perfect, you can plane it, but we don't have a planer, so we're trying to just use the mill, which is totally possible. This is an amazing machine, but we got to make sure that the alignment on the blade's perfect, the bed's level, so everything's just straight as an arrow. All right, so let's turn this thing on. Don't look at it. You can hear it self-leveling. It's amazing. So let's bump this up a little bit faster. So now it's spinning pretty quick. In the dark, if it was dark out, you would see a red line everywhere. Perfectly leveled. I don't know, I feel like this is the best way to level a mill deck, because if you use like a 4-foot level or something, I don't know, it'd just be really hard. Okay, so I got the little transit thing set on the height I want for the mill deck, and it's really important you know where to start leveling your deck, because if you start leveling it here, well, at least for us, okay, so the mill is on a little bit of a hill right here, a little bit, and we don't want to raise that up too much because then it'll be really high, and we want this end as low as possible without the tires touching the ground. So usually I start leveling on this one so it lifts the tires up a little bit, and then the deck's just perfectly flat. So I'm just gonna go around and take all these pins and caps out of the jacks, and then I'll start leveling. So when I do this, I usually slide the head down into the center of the deck right over the axle, and then I start leveling from there. So then all the weight's kind of in the middle of the mill, and then I can just level off of that. But if all the weight's on one side, this could be up a little bit, and when I level it, it's just going to be loose. So when I bring the head over, it's just going to sink down. It's not going to be level. And you're going to want to raise your head up so that the laser doesn't hit the head when it's going into the transit. Probably a 1/16 of an inch off. And I usually don't level this right here because it seems to be like a 1/2 inch off. It's weird. And I mean, we don't even put our logs on that. We put our logs on those rails right there. It's not high enough. You can probably adjust it, but so I'm just gonna go down and level all the rails on this side of them, and then afterwards I'll do that side. So I just have to level these two right here, that jack and that jack, so it controls the pitch of the bed. But I gotta raise that first, because if you don't raise that, then you can level that, your jacks will be off the ground. They're sitting on the hydraulics. You don't want your jacks loose either. These ones barely have to go up. Perfect. Perfect. Wow, cool. So now I'm gonna ride the head back and forth in the mill. It'll just kind of like pack it down a little bit. And it feels really sturdy. And you can actually feel when the mill is like on a solid base, because your controls will not ride up and down as the head goes back and forth. I've notice that as the ground freezes and unfreezes, the jacks will go loose, and then I'll have to do it again. So again, have your mill on a real foundation, like a nice slab or something. Okay, so now I'm gonna put all the caps and pins back on, and then I'll check the blade alignment. All right, all the caps and pins are put back on. The mill is level within a 30-second of an inch. That's more than enough. That's awesome. Okay, now you're all ready to mill. So your deck's perfectly level. I just checked the blade alignment. It's all good. I'm gonna put a string on the side support there, over there, and then check that right there. If that needs to be adjusted, then I'll do that. Because the rail sometimes isn't perfectly straight. Ours is pretty good, but it will get a wave in it once in a while. When you put a log on, it hits your dogs and it'll like push everything back. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see any more videos on the sawmill, let me know. I'm not talented enough to do a blade alignment video yet, but someday I'll do that. I'll just stick with leveling the deck first. But yeah, this is an amazing machine. Totally recommend it. And Woodmiser, if you want to sponsor me, you know, just saying. Cool. Remember, if you guys are new, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.